Well, the weather radar at 2:20 a.m. on April 4, 2026. It's showing some storms moving my way. Just a matter of time before they get to me. I'm right about there. Just, yeah. It's a coming. Okay, I'll be waiting. Well, at 4 a.m., the rain is right over me. I can hear it raining outside. Still dark though. But looks like that's coming across me. Looks like this is going to come across later in the morning. So, the forecast was right. I'm getting some rain. Just a question of how much. So far, it's been a slow rain, so that's pretty good. I just zoomed in. Yeah, I'm getting the rain on the right, but the rain over in Missouri is still going to come toward me. Yeah, it's a slow rain, which is good. We don't want no flash floods and stuff. Yeah. And there's not much wind. Of course, that could change when the storm that's Missouri comes across here. But at least I'm getting some more rain. We needed some rain. And this is nice and slow, so that's pretty good. 5 a.m. Still raining. And more on the way. Where am I? I'm over here. But I think the stuff on the lower lower left is headed my way too. Well, it's around 6:30 a.m. and the cattle are up here, lounging around. At least these three are. Yeah, I lost my internet. Rain's too heavy. Yeah, it's been raining all night, mostly. It's around 2 a.m. or so when I first heard it. Okay. I've been waking up every now and then to check on it. They seem to be relaxed. Don't know where the other two bulls are. When the internet comes back, I'll check the radar again. I think it's going to be raining a little more. My dusk to dawn light is still on. Means it's still dark. I don't know where the other two are. Oh, there's a lull in the rain. But all this water's coming down from up there. I don't know where those two are, and I'm not going to go looking for them right now. I think that's another raccoon I shot. I'm pretty sure I hit it. I did. I think that's as far as he got, right over there. So that's another one that I got. That's 3 so far. First one was way down there. First one was over here, and then the wolf dragged it all the way down there eventually. Then the other one, I think, unless that's the one that was over there. I shot one the other night, and I laid it there, so maybe something drug it. Maybe something drug it over to there. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure I got one last night, but I haven't seen it. I don't know where it is. I don't know. That could be the one that was down there. Or it's another one. I don't see one around here. Anyway, I'll get him when I get him. Still haven't found the mama cat's kittens either. Of course, I haven't been out looking for them at night either. Rain's still coming down. We'll check the radar and see if it's working again. A little bit more daylight now. It was kind of dark when I came out. Yeah, I don't know where the other two are. Yeah, it's right up here too. Must be a lull in the rain. It stopped raining for a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty wet. I didn't check the rain gauge, but I'll do that later. The white bull. And there's a red one over there. Just stopped raining long enough for me to come outside here. You guys hiding under the trees? I don't blame you. A little wet here, isn't it? Yeah, there's more soon. Now the rain's dripping on me from the trees. There's more to come, I think, so get ready. Water's hitting that tub, making a noise. I hear a cat. What? What you bit? What are you doing out here? You got your kittens here somewhere? What are you doing out in this rain? Where did she come from? She must have came from here. Somewhere. There. What are you doing out in the rain? You got your kittens over here somewhere? Or you just snuck up on me? I didn't see her run up. Anyway. They're on high ground. Rain don't seem to bother them. I'm going to go back in before it starts raining again. Wish I could find this cat's kittens. still hasn't shown me where her kittens are. Oh well. Sooner or later, they'll show up. If she still got them. You won't show me where your kittens are, will you? You're very protective of them, I guess. I guess she still got them. I don't know how she showed up out of nowhere there, over there on the other side of the house. If you got kittens, you sure don't act like it. I know you had them somewhere. Oh well. I'll find out when I find out. In the house, see if the radar's showing anything. Well, "6:50 a.m. and it stopped raining where I am, but there's more around me. Let's see, well, I'm over there, and all this stuff down here is coming. It's going this way, so I'm bound to get some more eventually. There's a lot more down here, but it's not showing on the radar. There's a blank in my screen. I just zoomed in around my area. I'll be waiting. See, I'm gonna go out and check the rain gauge while there's a gap in the rain. It's raining again. I'm getting wet. A little bit. Oh, the Red Bull's out eating again. Let's go check the rain gauge. I'm getting wet. The rain will be from last night and this morning. Like 3/8. 3/8. So far, I don't know where her cat's got her kittens, or if she even has any. I know she had kittens, because her belly's not fat no more. So I'm curious about that other cat that I saw in that gazebo on top of the spa that had a bloody nose. I wonder if that cat ate her kittens. And it's just the thought I had. If she's got kittens and they're still alive, eventually they'll come. She'll be bringing them up to the porch. Well, rain don't stop them from eating. I see the red bull down there. Yeah. Probably going to be raining most of today, so that's all I'll be doing is watching the rain. Well, it's about 12:30 p.m. in the afternoon, and it's still overcast. A little bit windy, not much, and it's only about 58 degrees. Staying cool today. That's okay. It's not raining right now, but I was sleeping, so buzzard just flew off. See? Must be eating on them dead raccoons. Okay, let's go check it out. There's a buzzard up there in that tree. Oh, that one didn't land. But that one is in that dead tree there. buzzard up in there somewhere. He just landed. Keep an eye on his meal. There goes again. Yeah, pond's full. Yeah, that overflow could be raised up. Oh, here comes another one. That's 3. Those 2 plus that one over here. They must spot one of the raccoons. Oh, one landed and the other one took off. Yeah, we got some rain. Last time I checked this morning, early this morning, it was, what did I say? 3/8. Is that about right? Yeah, I had to get some sleep. I didn't get much sleep last night. Let's find that raccoon. There's the bulls over there. There's the raccoon. The one that I had over here, they drug it over there, so I'm going to put the other one over there with them. Yeah, cattle are laying down there today. Oh, now there's 2 of them out here. They can share them. Feeding the buzzards. They got to eat too. Also, there's something else. Something, I don't know if it was the vultures, but that dead bull, he's over there now. He was way back there by that big tree, big dead tree. Now something drug it all the way over to there. Could have been the vultures. He's pretty heavy, I don't know. I think it's more like a coyotes dragging it off. I'll go down and look at it one of these days, but not now. Not today. Too wet. Good bully. He's relaxing with his head on the ground, way over there on the right. White one. The others just lounging around, or one cow's eating grass. It's a cool breeze coming in from the northwest, but it's not really cold. It's just cool. A white bull, that's not old. He ain't old, that's young. White bull, you can't get more relaxed than that. Look at him. Got his head on the ground, taking a nap. That's where the wind's coming from. Today, anyway. Here's where I let them in yesterday to eat. They ate it down, pretty much. There's still some more left. And when it's dry enough, or big enough, after it regrows a little bit, I'll let them back in. Yeah. It's not going to be an everyday thing. Wind's coming from that direction. Northwest. Oh, it's cold. It wasn't cold before, but now it's cold. Before it was cold. Now it's cold. Yeah, this is a, what do you call it? Choke point, where if any animal gets in here and that other big one comes up behind them, push them. It'll force them to either go through the fence down this hill, or I think they can go through there, or they can go through that way. They can jump that way. That's probably the way they'd go. But what I could do is get some slack in this fence and take this post and use the post to kind of move them out. So enough room for me to walk. But I'll need to make some room for them to walk. Which is out. Wind's picking up now. I see plenty of water in there. So there must have been more rain since I went to sleep. Yeah, they did a good enough job. For now, I'll let them back in. It's big enough. I'm gonna go back in. It's too cold out here. Still haven't found the kitten, so my cat. But she don't come back to the back door. She don't walk. At least not during at night. And she's not there now. Today. She might come up later. Oh, they missed a spot right there. Wonder why. Those things are still tall there. Okay. Not sure, but I think there's a bird there. There's a little dark spot on top of a beanstalk. If I got close enough, maybe it'll fly away. I think it's a bird. Looks like a bird. It's right in line with that shed now. If it ain't a bird, it's something that looks like a bird. Oh, there it goes. I was right. Two bales are in the barn. No mail from yesterday. Before it started raining last night, oh, this is around 8 o'clock, I guess. Yeah, I realized, I was checking the radar, weather radar. I realized, oh, I forgot to cover those pipes, the black pipe. The ends are open up, so they would have collected rainwater. And the wire that's in there is not, what do you call it, not rubberized, not coated, insulated, whatever they want to call it. It's just a bare copper wire. So I come out here in the dark with a flashlight and use some old pieces of inner tube, and I wrap it around there just enough to keep the rain off until I can get something more permanent to cover up the ends there. Yeah, I think I remembered it, otherwise the tube would have been covered with water, but even if it was water in there, it probably wouldn't hurt. It was just, it'd be inside of a plastic pipe, so I don't think it would have grounded it. I don't think, but I don't want it to get wet. I told my cat this morning, early this morning, she surprised me over by the side of the house. Where she came from, I don't know. Anyway, I gotta go back in. I came around the other way, so I gotta walk back around the house. Right about him. He's moving again. I can't tell if the overflow, the pond looks full to me, because that blue thing over there, that old Ford baler cover, covers the chains and stuff, belt. That's where the overflow is. I covered it up so no logs will flow into it and the cattle won't walk on it. And the water's up pretty high there. It ain't full, overflowing full. It's pretty close. Still having to fix that flappy roofing up there. I'll get to that one of these days. When the weather's good, I just forget about it. The only time I remember it is when it's flapping in the wind. There's still one weight on it. 10 pounder. I had 2 weights, but I guess I'm in a strong wind blew it off. And it slid off, I guess. Because I found it right down there. And I moved it over for the cat. There she is. Where were you? Where are you hiding those kittens if you got kittens? Huh? Where are you hiding them? Huh? I want to see them. Come on, you can't hide them forever. Yeah. Yeah. Can't come over here. Let's go look. She's not in the workshop. I don't hear no kittens. And she didn't seem too interested in to go to them. I'm waiting for her to show me where they are. If not intentionally, then accidentally. I'm watching her. But she don't show any signs that... The only way I know she had kittens is because her belly is gone. And she doesn't sleep on the back porch at night. Or even anytime unless I'm there. Huh. Starting to rain or drizzle. It's like there's a mist in the air. You kind of see it over there against the trees. And the roof is dripping water again. And I'm getting wet. I'm getting the wind blowing it in. I'm ready to go in. I need to go in. It's not heavy, it's like a real fine mist. I need to relax inside the house. You follow me around, or where are your kittens? Are they alive or what? Not here? I thought maybe she had them underneath. I don't see nothing. I don't think so. Oh, I think that's the tire. That's the tire through my wheelbarrow. Yeah, I think that's it, I think. I might salvage it one of these days. I can repair it. I need new handles and hardware. The legs are still there. And if that's the wheel, I can salvage that too. I don't need to. I got a wheelbarrow, but I hate to throw it away. I need to burn this and move this over to my new area that I'm going to burn. Over there where that burnt spot is. Yeah, I'm going to keep it over there from now on. I'll probably need some new T-post to hold it together so the cattle don't rub on it. They haven't rubbed on it here, but it's anchored in all that ashes and stuff. So I'll have to wait until I get something to stop it down, tie it down. There's those 2 dead raccoons. There's a third one. The first one I killed was way over there underneath that tree. And there's the dead bull that fell through the pond during the storm, and I guess it was January or February. After a deep snow, walked onto the ice and got trapped, I guess, and died. It was in there for 10 days until the ice was thick enough for me to cut it out and walk on it and pull it out with a tractor. Actually, I had to wait till the ice melted before I could pull the. No, I pulled the bull out. I pulled the bull out. Dead bull out after 10 days. There's still ice on the pond. But I had some boards, some pieces of wood, and a mattress. I had covered up the hole after I pulled the bull out because I didn't want the other cattle walking on the ice and falling through, so I put a bold mattress on there. And then I have to wait until all the ice melted before I could pull that out, which I did. Yeah. Things I go through. Raise cattle. said, it's a fine mist now. Okay, let's go in. Yeah, I'm getting a little wet. There are no kittens. Where are they? Are they alive or what? Where'd you hide them? If you got them. They're somewhere, but she keeps disappearing. I figure she's with them. Vultures have their lunch. I'll just leave them to it then. Guess they can eat in the rain. Let me check to see if I got any more rain since this morning. Like a little bit more. It was 3/8 this morning, I think. Just a little bit above 5/8. Lone goose. Where you going, goose? You lose your companion? Yeah, that happens, I guess. I did too. Comes back for food. And the other cats eat it too. That's where I got their. Was it last night? Yeah, I think it was last night. Yeah, that's that new one. Where are you hiding your babies? I know you had them somewhere. Whether they're still alive, I don't know. But you're always somewhere else until I come outside. Then you show up. There's best. Even if I do find them and I happen to touch them, play with them, a lot of times when I do that to new kittens, the mama just moves them after that. So it's best if I just leave them alone. Leave her alone. Well, this little weather radar from 4:25 p.m. shows that the storm is moved to the east of me, east-southeast. Yeah, I think I'm done with the rain. So I'm going to drive out to the big pasture. I don't know how far I can drive, but I'll walk the rest of the way if I can't drive. At least I don't think I'll get rained. I don't want to check the cattle in the creek out there. Just see how they're doing. It's cooled off a little bit. Around 4:30 p.m. It's now at 54. I forget what it was earlier this morning, but I thought it was like 59 or something like that. But so it's cooler now than it was this morning. These cattle are relaxing out here. Must have had enough to eat. I'm going to feed them hay tomorrow. I think I'm going to feed them right down in there. Haven't put a bale there for a long time, so let's do a bale now. Even if it's a little wet, it'll be okay. Yeah, it's a little cooler, but the sun was trying to shine earlier. It's trying to shine a little bit. But not for very long. Not for very long. Well, it's not going to rain no more, I don't think, so I'm going to take the truck out to the big pasture. Probably only be able to drive to the gate, but we'll see. I had about 5/10 of rain. No, 5/8, not 5/10. 5/8 of rain. Drive out to the big pasture, see what's going on out there. There comes the sun. Caught it just right. It's not too strong, but it's shining. That's the main thing. shining through the clouds. Good to see the sun shining. Wind's still chilly, but that's okay. Okay, let's take the truck out to big pasture and see how far I can get. I probably have to stop at the main gate, at the first gate, and walk the rest of the way. But if I can drive to the bridge, that'd be good too. Seeing my shadow today, at least for now. Let's see. Oh, there's some dust on my windshield. Okay, that's a little cleaner. Yeah, I'm gonna try to drive to the bridge, and if I can get that far, I might try to drive it through the pasture too. As long as I don't make too much of a mark with my tires. I don't see no cattle down here yet. They're probably up at the top. Oh, there they are. I see them. There's that tree I worked on the other day on the left. Oi! Oh, there's so many buzzards. What are they doing? What are they circling around? Does somebody have another calf? Why are there so many buzzards circling around? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I see 6. Hope somebody didn't have a problem. Well, I guess I'm going to drive out there now. Surely ain't for that dead calf that they left. They already ate that. There's some water here. I may have to put it in 4-wheel drive when I get past this gate. Hope I don't track up the road too much. Okay, let's see what's going on out there. Maybe a cow's having a calf. I hope it's an alive calf. Yeah, I'm gonna keep driving. I'll get the creek on the way back. Oh, before I go any farther, I better put it in 4-wheel drive. There's the creek. There. 4-wheel drive. Yes. Oh, there's a big buzzard. I made a little track, but not much. A little muddy spot through here, though. I think I'll just leave the gate open. I don't plan on being out there too long. Leave that gate open. Yeah. I don't know why there would be so many buzzards flying around. Although they did drag it, one cat, a dead cat that was here. I gotta look at something. I haven't driven on that road for probably a month or more. As long as the grass starts growing, as long as I can keep driving down here in this bottom without killing too much grass, I'll be okay. I'll stay close to the tree line. I'm gonna make it a little track, but it's not too bad. There's that dead calf that they had on over here. It's laying right there. Surely that's not what they've been circling. This one here, there's nothing left on it except some skin. There's a white cow. I don't see nothing dead. I'll just hug the tree line here. That must be, oh, that's that cow and her calf. I don't see mama cow. The other calf was over there too. I don't think I can drive to the top, but I might. Oh, there's mama cow. There's her baby. How you doing, mama? Yeah, she's a good cow. That's her 7th calf. Her 5th calf was a white bull up at the house, the younger one, the 2-year-old. And this is her 2nd bull. The others were heifers. So altogether she's had 5 heifers and 2 bulls. And the 2nd heifer that was born had a cow, became a cow with 2 calves, and I sold her and her 2 calves last fall. And her first offspring has 4 calves, and I'm hoping to get the 5th one this year. And she is right here. Oh, there's some deer at the very corner, beyond right past the bull, on the right side of the bull. They're in the tree line. Yeah, I see them. Anyway, this is the cow that I want to watch. She should be the next one to have a calf. That and the white cow, but I haven't seen any sign on the white cow. Let's drive down there and see. See if them deer. I think the deer. Oh, the deer. They're out there now. They're out there in that field across this little stream. There they go. There they go. There's 1, 2, 3. Probably a doe and her 2 babies from last year. Well, no, there's 3 of them. Well, I guess if everybody's here, I don't really need to go up to the top. You know what? There's the red cow who lost her calf. That's a calf that was laying in the pasture that was already eaten up by the vultures. She lost that sometime at the end of February. Somehow. You know, now would be a good time. Well, not now, but you know, after I feed hay bales tomorrow, that'd be a good time to blade this road while it's still wet. Anyway, let's drive around. Take a look at the bull first from the other side. And that's where the deer were. They were outside the fence, right in this corner. There's the cows all spread out. I gotta reposition myself to go up this hill. Well, here's the cattle all spread out, eating grass, whatever grass is here. Still kind of short, but it's green and it's growing. Her mama cow's in the tree line, up farther, nursing her calf. Wonder if there's something wrong with that white cow. Why is she laying down? Anyway, I'm gonna head to the top, see what's going on up there. I got a 4-wheel drive, so we'll see if I get stuck or slip and slide. Yeah, after a rain, the hill up on top there, where that was trying to blade, it was so hard and dry. It was hard to dry. It was hard to scrape any dirt off. But now that it rained, it might be softer. But like I said, I'll feed hay tomorrow first, and then maybe after I feed the hay, I'll switch out the bale spirit for the blade blade, whatever they call it. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can get some of that dirt off that higher. See, there's a high spot at the very top, and then there's a low spot right before the high spot. So I want to blade the high spot down and fill in the low spot a little bit. There's a high spot here too, right past these little trees on the right. And there's a bunch of roots there. It's hard on the blade when I hit those roots because it catches. But I think I got most of them. If I can blade that off and drag everything, all the high spots toward the center there, that should make the road a little bit more level. Or flatter. Yeah, level, but flatter. Okay, let's go. 4-wheel drive. Let's see what you can do. Yeah, I'm already sliding in. I think this was a mistake. I guess that didn't work. Take another run up it. I gotta back down. But I can't even back straight. That's better. I'm not going up there. I just want to get down now. I just want to go. I don't want to hit a tree. I can't even back straight. The front wheels keep sliding the wrong way. I'm down in a ditch now. Boy, I didn't want to go there. This was a mistake. Everything slid down to the low side. I knew I shouldn't have done it, but that tells me I can probably blade off some of that moist soil. Not today, but tomorrow after I feed hay. I think the tractor can get up there though. Oh, I think I scared the bull. Bull says, "What are you doing?" Are you messing with my road? Yeah, that was kind of muddy. Oh, taking a leak? Yeah. Oh, I'm good. I'll wait. There's my bully. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure he was born in 2015. You can go up that road, no problem, right? You got four-leg drive. 4-leg drive. Okay, I want to go back now. At least I didn't mark up the pasture. It was pretty dry. Oh, they're all here, as far as I can tell. I don't know what those buzzards were flying around for, but oh, the white cow got up. Her calf is the one in the middle there, farther out, the lightest colored one. That's the white cow's calf from last year. Let's get on it. Let's get on this. Let's get on the high side. Let's get on the high ground. At least it wasn't muddy out here. See this cow here in the middle? The darker one? That's the one I think is going to have a calf, or should have a calf next. The white cow probably should have had a calf first before her, because she had, what, 2 weeks before this cow last year. But that white cow is not showing anything. I don't see a big belly on her or any signs that she's going to have a calf. But this one here, she's got the dark one. She's got a belly, and she had April 25 last year. The white one was April 6, I think. So between the two of them, I'd say this cow here should be the next one. So I'll have to keep an eye on her. Normally they have a month or month and a half before they calve, so she's right on schedule. Actually, the white cow should have had already, by my calculation. Oh, this calf over here, that's that dark cow's calf from last year, a heifer. That was her fourth calf, and I think she's going to be a keeper. She grew a lot better than the one over there. That's why I'm going to sell this little one coming up on the left. That's a white cow's calf. That was her first calf last year, the white cow. And it's just, the white cow was small to begin with, but this one here didn't grow hardly at all. Okay, like I said, I got to keep an eye on this one, and the white one too, in case she surprises me. There's the brown cow's calf. That was her first calf. I'm glad it's got a black nose. It's a heifer, so that's good. Am I scaring you, boy? That's a boy. That's a bull. That's her second bull. Seventh calf. Yeah, seventh calf. And a bull, and red with the black nose. I like when they have a black nose. Okay, everybody's fine. Let's go home. See, I didn't make a track, so I'm glad of that. That rhymed. I didn't make a track. I'm glad of that. Track. Flat. Yeah, this ground's pretty firm on the high side. Now down in this corner, now it's wet there. On the left, the corner in the left, that's a wet spot there. Maybe the animal that they were circling What's this other, the red cow's calf that she lost? It was right here, right in front of me. I can see the ribs, but I said this corner here is a wet spot. Whenever this creek whenever the big creek gets full, and this creek coming in from the left along the tree line there, it can't empty into that other creek, so it overflows and it always comes down along that fence line. And then there's a low spot here. And that's where the old creek used to run. Used to come out somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. Used to come out from over here somewhere. I'm not sure where. Came out here and then came out pretty far. And then the creek was like, I don't know, came out at least to that gate, out the middle here, and then it turned toward that gate, and so I had them push all the trees into the old creek, because this is all full of trees too, and then I had them dig, and I knew where the boundary line was, so the boundary line was behind those big sycamores there, and they're hard to dig out. So I told the guy with the bulldozer, just start where the creek is on the left, where it's still straight, and then just straighten it out and go straight down to where it is now, and works out pretty good right on the boundary line. And let's widen that. Let's see. Now here I made a little track. I think some of the water comes down that branch on this side of the road, and stays wet. Yeah, I did make a track here. Yeah. That was my bad. Yeah, it's still wet. I'm making another track. Oh yeah, it's water standing here. Now, there's that tree I worked on. One of these days I'll burn it. See right here, there's a wet spot here because on the right, oh, this water comes down. Well, it comes down both sides. The other side of the road, bottom of that hill, it goes out into that little pond there. But this side here comes down, follows the cow path. Most of it follows the cow path, and then it goes to underneath that. What it's called, oiler, cattle rub, and then it flows down past that salt block, and then it flows underneath that gate. But there is a low spot here. See that yellow pole right in the middle there? Yellow pole with a little part of a white jug on it. That's a low spot. And right through there, the water. If I had it dammed up, just left of that salt block to block that water, it would come out this way, because that's why there's water standing here. And I meant to do that. I need to block that with something, a board, or dig something in there, so that when the cattle walk across it, because they use that as a path. I know what I could do. I'll get some sacks of cement and just put them down, and just I wouldn't even open them up. I just let the sacks harden over time. Yeah, that'd be more permanent. I've got about 3 or 4 of them in there. That way it'll divert some of the water toward this way. Except now that I'm driving here, I don't want extra water here. I better get out before I kill all the grass. Well, I came out, saw what I needed to see. Wouldn't hurt to put some concrete bags across this gate too. The gate here on the left, because it's just the cows walking across it. This way it'll prevent that water from flowing down too fast. It might even accumulate. It might dam it up a little bit, but at least the silt coming down from the higher up will accumulate. Yeah, it's kind of costly, but then the cattle will step over the concrete bag. Anyway, yeah, I made a little deck here. Actually, I made more marks on the. Yeah, what would happen if I put concrete bags across there? The water would accumulate here, probably make a mess. That's a thought. Well, if it makes a mess, I can always take them out. It'll be like solid blocks of concrete by the time the cows rip off the. Yeah, how would I protect them until the cattle? I'd have to close the gate. Close the gate and then keep them in here for a while. I'm going to do that anyway. Yeah, I'm going to close this gate eventually by the end of April. Because I want this here to be kind of locked out of here. So I want this to grow up. Tall grass. Oh, look at that nice creek. Tall grass for about a month, because at the end of May or sometime in June, after the hay is baled, and when we haul bales, if we haul it in June after it's baled, I'll want to lock them in here, put them cattle in here with the tall grass, so they have something to eat. Well, because I'm going to leave all these, then I can leave all the gates open through here, and then we'll use this road to drive up to haul the bales up there like we do every year. As long as my brother's willing to use his trailer and tractors. But this year I got to pay him in money instead of bales, because I'm going to need all the bales I can get. And I think he's got more hay this year anyway. Yeah, it won't be long. I'll be burning that sometime in the summertime, probably. Not too summery. As long as the wood's dry. It's around 5:30. I think the sun is up there. Yeah, I think that's the sun up there, close to it. You know, since I'm out here, I'm going to take a walk up the road here. What I was saying is that once at the end of April or sometime, I'm going to close this gate off to let this other pasture here grow up for about a month. And that's a good time to, while this is here, I can put the concrete bags here, a line of concrete bags, long ways, butt to butt, or end to end. And then by the time I let the cattle back in there, they'll be hardened. Like I said, if it makes a mess in this area here, if this collects too much water, then I'll deal with it. I can always take one out to let the water flow. Anyway, that's what I'm planning. Okay, let's take a walk up here. You haven't driven on it, driven on this for a long time. Because I want this, I've sowed some grass here, but I can't tell if any new stuff grew or not. I don't think so. See here, here's also want to put some concrete bags water follows their path, so I'd have to put, I'd say, and the water flows that way, over that way, and then goes out along the fence, that other fence, to the other end. So if I put, there's a low spot there, so if I put the bags here, or even here, right about here, that'll divert the water. The water will back up here and then go that way. Or I could just put them there and be done with it. Put them there and across that way. Across there, that'd probably be better. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good plan too. Yeah. Put one there, one there. But then there's a low spot, it'll go around that way, so I need to have it over there, so sort of on an angle. I was thinking something. That's for another day too. Let's go back to what I was doing here. The wind is a little chilly. Yeah, I don't see any new grass. I don't see no new stuff. Here, you see all this water comes down, drains down this side. It follows the cow path. Look, it looks like a tire track, but those are cattle paths. Here's another one going out that way. And comes down here, goes right underneath, and then goes that way. So I need to divert the water from that spot there, to divert more of it going that way. Goes that way and then out that way. Am I ever going to get up this hill? Yeah, I don't see no, I had grass, but I don't see no new grass. I think this is all the old grass. Yeah, I don't think any of it was new. I thought sure it'd sprout. Some of it. I think see down there, see it's pretty bare up this way, especially where my tracks are. But down here, it gets thicker down there, so I don't think I have to rock it down there. I might rock it where the truck is. That area, that's always a low wet spot. But like starting where that tree is and coming up, it gets patchy. This is probably where I need to rock. And all the way up here. Get that stick out of the way. Yeah, just this soil here is all clay from when they dug that ditch out to fill this up, to raise this road up, and nothing, hardly anything ever grows. And you can, I even spread some net wrap here. You can see the remnants of the soil's washing away and leaving the net wrap here. There's some more. I thought that would help control the soil. Yeah, there's just not enough soil here to grow grass. Yeah, I guess I can drive on it when it's dry. I still don't drive on it when it's wet because I spin out up here. But if I have rock, yeah, I thought I could get some grass to grow, but it's not going to do it. I got some rock here. I used to have a big pile of rock there. I've been using it for years. Now it just controls the wash, and it's washing out through here too. And I put the net wrap there too, and that don't help. Water goes right through it. But if I get a load of rock, I'll have them drive all the way up here with the whole load, and start up there where that bare spot is, and drive down the road. It'll be easier on him to drive down the road and spread a layer of rock from up there all the way down, just down the middle. Hello, son. Oh, you're coming out again. Not for very long, though, are you? Well, that's settled. I need to get a load of rock. I'm kind of cautious about getting you can see the water going down this ditch. Yeah, when this tree fell, it covered the whole road, and I had to cut it up slowly. It took about a month to cut it up, and I put all the limbs over there to help slow it, because I used to walk right down the edge of the fence. So now they got to go up and around. Anyway, but before I could have I had a truck came with rock a few years ago, and whatever was left they dumped there, because I had rock spread from the road to the first gate. Yeah, and then at the bottom of the road here by those gates where my truck's parked now, yeah, I had some rock spread there because it's always a wet spot. But the load was already somewhat, a little bit lighter, since they unloaded some from the road to the first gate. It wasn't as heavy, but it was still heavy. It still had, I'd say, 3/4 load. And then, but I want to strengthen that end, because I don't think that west end of the bridge, the approach to the bridge, is as strong as the east side, because I beefed up the east side last year. But what I'll do is, if I can get them to haul in a whole load across that bridge, I don't know how many tons that is, 15, 18. I'll have them drive all the way to the top, start spreading from there down. You can probably end it at about here, but if he wants to keep going, depends on how thick it is. But I want some spread here for sure, where the truck's parked, because I had it spread there before. It's good, and it helped a lot. Yeah. And I don't really need it over there, but I need it on that area there again. So if he has anything left, he can spread it there. But I already got rock there, so I won't get stuck. Anyway, that's the plan. But first, I gotta add some concrete to that west side approach to the bridge. I think the area on top of the culvert is strong enough. The concrete on top is pretty thick, and it's reinforced. This side, I'm not so sure. The west side. Well, let's cross the bridge and go home. I'm going to kind of miss that old dead tree after I burn it down. Been there. I'm gonna see if I can find some old pictures. This is before I started YouTube. I know I have them somewhere. I don't think I have any videos, but I'm pretty sure I took photos. I always took photos. Yeah, it'll be harder to find way back. I don't even know what year it was when it started to die, but I remember taking photos. I'll go back in my history and see. Anyway, if I can't, that's all right. Let me head to the house now. Creek is a little fuller after 5/8 inches of rain. They might have had, I think it got more up north. Okay. Seeing what I needed to see. I kind of regret driving up that road now. Or trying to drive up. I almost made it. So I got to that low spot. Because that's all new dirt that was pushed there. Here's a water hole here too. Yeah, right here. Right here, from that first crack. From that first crack, or should I say the last crack, that goes across. Especially on the right side. I want to start the concrete there, go past that, and then go all, at least up to that, the post maybe, or just the side of the post. Yeah. Yeah. Or the second T post. On the right, there's a T post with a jug on it, and the one right next to it, right up the hill from it. Yeah. If I go from there across to the other little short T post on that other side, the anchor. If I get the concrete to go up that high on a slope and put it a little bit thicker over here, have it like a ramp going up, that would help me a lot. I'd be more comfortable having a truck going across that. We haul the bale, so I know it's pretty strong, but what worries me is that this side's cracking. There's a big crack there, so I don't know what's sinking. Is the bridge part sinking, or is the other part being pushed up? The left side I think is okay, but that side there I gotta reinforce that, or thicken it up, make it stronger. Anyway, I'll deal with that later. Yeah, that tree's like a landmark. Or it was when it was alive, and then it became a landmark when it was dead too. Yeah, but it's going to get burned up this summer, sometime later this spring or summer. Creek's flowing nicely though. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can look back at my old pictures from like 10, 20 years ago when that tree was green and growing, and see if I can find any history on it before I burn it down. Okay, let's go home. Whenever I drive the road, I try to straddle it sometimes. Drive on this side or the other side. Keeps the middle from getting a big lump in it, a hump. So this road here, I had to, at least the tire tracks have rock on it, even though it's got dirt on top of the rocks. Okay. Wouldn't hurt to put some more rock here too, though. But I think the pasture road at the top is more important. Get that first, and then if there's any left, then I can dump it at the bottom by the gate and beyond. Road maintenance, they call it, right? Road maintenance. I'd have to take a picture of my house every time. Never get tired of looking at it. I don't think it's good. It's supposed to be clear tomorrow. Sunny and clear. What am I going to the ditch for? I got 4-wheel drive. I gotta get it out. I can't turn short on 4-wheel drive. Yeah. I don't have to worry about the bales now. Spinning a little bit. Okay. A little more. I try to leave enough room for the tailgate if I need to drop it down. Okay. Yeah, one of these days I gotta get gas. I gotta go in Tuesday to do the my eye exam, my yearly eye exam. I guess I can get gas then. Yeah. I don't know what the price is. I was over $4 a couple weeks ago. I don't know what it is now. Anyway, I'll get what I need. I'd like to get some more corn for the bulls too. Yeah, but I'll have to make 2 trips because I can't haul the gasoline and the bags of corn on the same load. Too hard to handle. All right, that's all for now. I'm back at home now, but there's still so many. Look at all the vultures flying around here. What are they doing over there? Didn't see any dead animals out in the big pasture, but that's where they're flying. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully that cow didn't have a calf and I missed it. Well, I'll keep my eyes open. If there is something dead out there, there'll be some remains eventually to find. I don't know. There's the cattle. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the stream's got water in it. Stream or ditch. Yeah, this will have to be this is going to be a project for the summer. I need to get this stuff cleaned up here and over here. I guess I'll just have to burn what I can if there's anything to burn, like those jugs. I used to keep them when I used to change oil in my cars and truck myself, and my older vehicles. I used to store it in there. But now that I get a free oil change with my truck purchase and car purchase, I don't have any excess oil. Yeah, clean this area up. The lawnmowers are going to probably go out to the big pasture with all the other old equipment, old stuff, old cars and stuff. And if I ever find somebody to take it, I'll have them come out and haul it away. Okay. Here comes a couple geese. There you go. There they are. Oh, they got grass to eat. Yeah, I'm still going to give them a bale of hay tomorrow, because grass ain't growing that good yet. Still a few cool nights, and I want to make sure they have something to eat besides short grass. I haven't checked the bowl yet today. I better go out and look at his water. I've been meaning to fill them water things up, but as long as he's still got some in there, I'm reluctant to do it. Oh, look at that. There are some blossoms on an old apple tree. But the cattle are killing it with their rubbing. I don't think it's going to last much longer. This is another one that I planted from seed, but it just never grew very good, especially when the cattle got it in here. They're knocking it over. There's not much life left in it. How you doing, fella? You got plenty of hay in there, don't you? What's your water looking like? Let's see, that one's about a third full. That one's about the same. Quiet. They're all about the same. About a fourth full on each one, except the last one is empty. Yeah, there's enough for another day. Alright, what do you think? What do you think about that? Okay, I think you're good. And you got hay over there too. Pond is not exactly full yet. Close. Overflows underneath that blue thing. The culvert. But I don't see any water coming out, so the pond must not be full. I'll see if I can give him water tomorrow sometime. I don't feel like it right now. He's got enough for another day. I'm going to break off some of these lower limbs down there. I'm going to cut them off anyway. I want to get some of them leaves, mulberry leaves. Make some tea. Sun's peeking out through the clouds again. Just a little bit. There's the 5. 3 cows. 1, 2, 3 hiding cows, and the red bull out there, and the young white bull. Yearling, red bull, 2-year-old white bull. Well, I got a few leaves. Mulberry. Look, they even got the blossoms for the seeds. That's already got going to be making berries. Yeah, but there's still plenty more. That one's leafed out already. There's hardly any leaves on this one that's hanging over here. And I'll show you the difference between this one and the one on the one that's laying down in the pond there. Yeah. Long time ago, this tree here and that one there were all the same tree, and a big storm blew them over. This part died, but that part's still alive, partially. Not the part that's in the water, but see, there's part of this. It must still have a root attached, a trunk attached to the root. But it's see that limb there coming out? That's still alive, and that's the part of the tree. This tree here always produced berries, mulberries, and that part's still alive, so it's producing here. Oh, hey, buzzard. 2 of them. What you looking for? Huh? The raccoons are on the other side. Enjoying the wind. Where are you? I can't see you. I lost you. Anyway, where was I? Yeah. But for some reason, this tree, this here, is still the mulberry, I think. Unless it came out of the root of this one. I don't know. They're all wild. Anyway, this one never ever produced any berries. And I don't think it's going to have any berries this year either. But I can use the leaves. But this one I can see the blossoms on this one, just like the one I picked over there. Yeah, there's got some blossoms on it. It's going to have berries, but I can't pick them. It's too far out. Let's leave them for the birds. But you can see that one of them is alive. This one here. I think the one down there is dead because it goes into the water, but this one here goes up. Part of it's dead. It goes up in there, but that piece, there's a couple limbs there that go out, and that one down there, there's one down there, I think it's got some life in it. Those still produce berries. I think I'm going to leave this gate closed. I'm going to close that gate down there too. I don't want them coming in here. I want this to grow up a little bit. They can eat the grass down there, and I'm going to give them bale tomorrow down there, so they can have that. I'll let this area grow up, so let it get big, and then they can come in and eat it again. The gate, then I'm going to leave it closed for a while, at least a week or two. I'll let this stuff grow up. And up there in front of the house. Yeah. I'm gonna go down and close that gate now. And there's that 2 raccoons that vultures can have if they want them. Like I said, they got grass to eat now, and I'll give them a hay bale down there tomorrow. I'm going to close that gate before I forget. That pond's full. I could drive there. I added some dirt here a while back. I bladed that road down. Piles up dirt there, but it's too soft right now. Too soft. I'm going to put that bale right about here, like I always do, right here. Because it builds this up, and the water from this branch here, from the house, all that area, and from up there, the water comes down and drains down here. There's the first raccoon that I got. Yeah, I don't want to drive on that. It's too wet. Yeah, the water comes down here, and that slows the water down, filters it a little bit before it goes in to the pond. Okay, let's close the gate then. For a long time after I put this in last year, I forgot about that. From there all the way around to the gate, because I didn't have a wire underneath. So if this gate was open, the rest of this fence wasn't ever on until I realized it this year. So I fixed it. I got a wire buried underneath. I need to wrap those ends with tape too, so the water don't go in down into that pipe, especially that one there. But that pipe, that wire's got a rubber insulation on it, so it shouldn't interfere with the electric. I had to remember, usually when I open that gate up and hook it there, it's off. But now, when I grabbed it, I had to remember it was turned on because the wire goes underneath. So it's always on. So I had to be careful how I touch the handles. See some baby pears. There and there. I'm sure there's more. Yeah, but at least I got some. There's another group. Yeah. I don't know if they're all, but that one's a big one there. There's some here. I don't know if they're all pollinated, but there's something. Some older ones that are already pollinated. But look at those. Those must have been late. They're still blooming. They still got petals on them. And here's some more over here. There's some pears on that one. And here, yeah, I'm gonna have pears again this year. Yeah, I don't want to drive on that until it gets packed. Besides, I might want to, now would be a good time to blade that when it's damp like that. Get some more, push some more dirt down into that area. Maybe a little bit more across the top and over to here. Every bit helps. If I'm going to have the blade on to do the road out on the east end of the big pasture, after I messed it up, I might as well do this one too, as not have the blade. Yeah, I got some work to do in this garden too. Yeah. But it's too wet to haul the manure out. Too heavy when it's wet. I don't have to wait. I got other things I need to do too. It's probably around 6:30. The sun's getting low already. Sun's trying to peek through the clouds, under the cloud. I can see it. Won't last long though. Just barely see a shadow. My shadow down there. Tree there. And that's me. I don't know if you can see me move or not. Yeah. Tomorrow's the hay feeding day, and I'm going to feed the bale down there tomorrow. Time to go in. I didn't do nothing today except checking the rain and checking the pastures and the cattle. That's about all. That's a lazy day. Probably gonna be a couple of weeks before I let them back in here again. Let this stuff grow up like it was, or even bigger. I got them locked out anyway. I got them locked out of that pond area over there and locked them out of the behind the house, and they're locked out of there too. Time to call it a day and go inside the house where it's warmer. Still trying to figure out where she comes from when she comes up here. Yeah. She could have been out hunting, but I was calling her, and all of a sudden she showed up. I was standing over there, so I could see if she comes from this side or that side. She looks like she came from over there, but she could have been just hunting. Anyway, I'm at a loss for If she's got kittens, she knows how to hide them. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Time to rest. Okay, another day is done. And I didn't do nothing. Too wet. I did make some tracks on the road with the truck though. Hope I can straighten them up when I take the blade out there on, may not be Sunday. Might still be too muddy. Maybe on Monday. Tuesday I got a doctor's appointment, eye doctor.